Well, good afternoon, everybody. The Dog That Laughed All the Way Home by Marvin Hunt. As Wayne parked his pickup truck beside his house after work one day, he heard the neighbor lady calling to him frantically, "As fast as you can, come to my house." When Wayne got there, he saw that his little beagle dog was flopping around on the ground like a fish out of water. It was frothing in the mouth and acting all crazy like. He had a weird look in his eyes as well. Wayne carefully picked up the dog to bring him home. He was worried that the little dog might have rabies. To keep his little dog from escaping while he called the vet, he put him in a horse trailer with high sides that he had in his yard. He quickly ran into the house and called the vet, hurriedly explaining everything that was going on with how his dog was acting. Sadly, he found out from the vet that the only way to test for rabies was to take a sample of brain tissue, but the dog would not be alive if they were to do that. Wayne hung up the phone, feeling a little discouraged and disappointed, but knew he had to get his little beagle to the vet. So as he approached the trailer, the dog got all excited and jumped clear out the back into his arms. But during this time of trying to keep the dog from falling, the dog scratched his face, but the dog was still foaming at the mouth. And a little of that foam got into the cut on his face. It kind of reminds me of Ruby and Max and Maylee and how they like to clean their mouths along the sides of our pants. But I'll get back to the story. Wayne got a rope around the dog's neck and managed to get him into the front seat of the car, still acting all wild and crazy, biting at the seat, biting at the shift lever as they made their way to the vet. The vet was waiting outside when he got there. He immediately got the dog out of the front seat, acting more like a wild dog than anything at this point. The wise and experienced vet looked at the animal and said, "Oh, I know what's wrong with him. He's got a bone stuck in his throat. Bring him inside quickly." Wayne was astonished. He had been afraid his dog would die. Instead, the veterinarian simply opened the dog's mouth, took his 2 fingers, reached inside, and popped out a little 2-inch bone about the size of a pencil. Now, Wayne looked at the dog, and immediately relief came across the dog. Wayne said, "If that dog could sigh, I believe he would." There was no more struggle. The frothing stopped. It was almost like the dog could smile, maybe as if he was human. And all the way home, in the front seat, with the window open, driving through the countryside, the dog was happy and acting like, a little king as he drove down the road. But this reminded Wayne. He was reminded of the special training that the vet had had. He had studied and learned all he could about animals. And God had given him the ability and a talent to become a good animal doctor. This training, these talents, were given to this vet, just like God will give you special talents and training for you to use in your life as you grow up. But as we look at today and everything that's going on around us, the trials that you may have, the worries that you may have, remember to go to your parents. Remember to go to Jesus. There are so many things that He can make better, and He will answer your prayers, and He will be with you and guide you. And He will put people in your path and around you that can help you and that have special training to deal with the problems that come up in our lives. Jesus loves you, and we at BCC love you. Have a great day.